We'll run it. I'm gonna probably have to mute one of these over here though. Alright, so we are officially live. Wait for the other devs to roll in. Alright, Ark. This is it. What you got for me, buddy? What you got? What you got?
All right.
Embarrassing. I just pinged him. I'm not sure if he's gonna.
Well, he's in London, so.
He's in London. Alright, we'll hold that thought for 30 seconds and grab a drink. 1 second. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Oh yeah, and I wonder if I should change this. This is still the file settings from the tutorial mod that I gave, or the tutorial video. Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. We do have people on YouTube as well.
Okay, I guess we can get started. Yo, what's going on, Jasper? Mr. Gage, welcome, welcome. Is that my Jasper? That's gotta be my Jasper. I only know one Jasper.
All right. We also got people joining in the Discord as well as in YouTube. So
Okay.
they'll show up as they show up.
King
But
Waffle
I guess we can
Shuffle.
go ahead and get started if you want to introduce King.
Yeah. All right, guys. Welcome. I know it's been quite a crazy couple of years in development, with TOTSK, the ups and downs and all that fun stuff. So we wanted to talk a little bit about the direction we're headed. And it's not too much of a change. With the time shift where we're going, from pretty much covering the War of the Five Kings and everything that the show's covered. Changing that to Aegon's Conquest. One concern that a lot of people had was armors and weapons. If any of that stuff's going to be removed, we're not. It's not. I mean, we're not that big of tryhards. We're going to keep all that stuff, in as is. A lot of our previous teammates did a great job. Ramsey, Clayton are the two that come, right off the top of my head. So yeah, we're gonna make sure we show off their work and make sure they get credit for that. But no, outside that, dude, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much the same for the most part. When it comes to the map, I guess that was everyone else's next question. What does that actually look like? But it's gonna be mainly Westeros, but we're gonna blow it up, so it's pretty much gonna stay the same size that you guys saw in the previous maps that I was working on, which I'm gonna have to kind of start from scratch, but it's not gonna take me long to get back where we were before, because I was working on it on like limited time basis, after work, and spending time with the family. So they kind of come first. So I'll make sure I squeeze that time in there. But yeah, it's gonna be shouldn't take too long. But yeah, what are some of the other questions that we had listed?
One of them is, you've already covered, are we removing anything? How long is the map going to take? By the way, by what he meant by the same size as the old map on the new
Yes.
map. So the
Yes.
same
The
area
yeah,
is just going to be focusing on Westeros.
that 20x. Oh, it's gone on Titan. Yeah. He said you.
Are we adding dragons? Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the dragons have already had, but the public did not get to see those yet because I had to go on a hiatus to take care of my family. But yeah, so the dragons were already implemented by Block, so that's already been coded in. He's gonna update it for 1.14 or whatever the current version is now. And before we're gonna do, so don't throw stones at me, man. But here's what I'm thinking about what we're going to do when it comes to dragons and implementing the dragons. Realm of Thrones did a great job of implementing their dragons. So if you guys want to ride dragons, dude, that'd be great to kind of, play that. because what we're gonna do is we're only gonna limit the dragons to Aegon and his two sisters, just for this version. You know, if we come out with like another, era for a Game of Thrones mod down the road, then yeah, everyone can ride dragons. But I mean, you guys can already ride dragons, and the whole point of shifting gears was to diversify what's out there. We don't want to look at look at our mod and say, hey, we spent so much time on this, we don't care. We're still gonna stick with this time frame. But no, since we kind of took a step back and other mod developers ran with the current time period, and have done a great job recreating that world. What's the point of continuing to make the same exact replica mod? Essentially, it's a disservice for us, and it's a disservice for you guys, as our fans and fans of the Game of Thrones universe. So so Aegon's Conquest should be a good spin and a good take on something new, something that neither of us has ever seen. When it comes to George R. R. Martin's world, and his interpretation of what that time frame kind of looked like, besides the books. So yeah, it should be fun, kind of diving into it and seeing what we can come up with. We're gonna have to use our creative freedom, that's for sure, just a little bit, but it should be fun.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that everything here is kind of subject to change.
100% subject to change. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, if we add dragons that you can tame later on, hatch later on, that's something that we're going to do. But Balerion, Vhagar, and crap, I forgot the other one's name now. Meraxes. They'll be very unique. We're going to make them look very unique.
Mm-hmm. All right,
are there any houses that are going to be removed? See, that goes into the next thing.
Yeah.
So there's so much that we don't know about this time. We know the big players and a couple of the small players. Like we know who the High Tower was. Yeah. We know who the Lords were. We know that Torrhen Stark had a bastard brother. Mm-hmm. We are naming, we're taking what we know and we're adding that in. So everything that's lore-wise is going to be in there.
100%.
But, like, who was the head of House Tarly at this time? We don't know. So we're going to make that up. That's going to be completely custom. And all of that. Yeah. So we're not going to be removing anything. Now, will all of the Lords be in there? No, we're going to try to have the prominent ones. So we'll have House Glover. We'll have House Lannister of Lannisport. We'll have a couple of houses that we know of from the books. We're not going to have all of them.
Yeah,
because
really quick,
there's just too many.
Let me address Marshall's question. Yeah, man, that's one thing that I looked at and I was like, holy shit, I spent so much time on this. What we're gonna do is, okay, so you guys know me, like I'm a visionary. If I see something, like I can see what it can be like years down the line. So what I'm thinking of with this is, when Aegon first initially landed on King's Landing, it was just sticks. It was a stick fort, whatever. But what I'm thinking is there are ways to implement building settlements, and so Block has already implemented a RPG-esque mod to where you can like build settlements and stuff like along those lines. So we'll probably commission him to do something along the same lines to where we can build up King's Landing, so I can utilize those assets and those scenes that I've already created, because that'd be great, because I spent a lot of time on those. So yeah, hopefully they get used and you guys can see them and they see the light of day. But yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. By the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Octurus, Ajita on YouTube. I'm the Grand Maester, or whatever you want to call me, the Lord Nerd.
Lord Nerd. Beat it, nerd.
So, I'll be here to make sure that, it's as lore accurate as possible. Like I said, there's so much that we don't know about this time. We're going to have a lot of creative freedom.
Yeah.
Sure. Which does mean that, will dragons be characters that you can interact with? Maybe. We don't know. We'll have to wait to see how we're going to implement Aegon and his sisters. And like I said, we may have other dragons that are in the game, but right now, as of today, we're only going to focus on Aegon, Viserys, and them, and Rhaenyra. So they're the only ones that are going to have dragons as of right now, today. We are going to implement a magic system. So yes, there wasn't a lot of magic in this, but in this setting, but we're going to incorporate it. We're going to have it in there, and we're going to try to focus away of having like the White Walkers, the others, whatever you want to call them, based
Yeah.
on book or TV show. We're going to have Beyond the Wall. We're going to give you guys complete control,
Yeah.
as much control as we possibly can.
Yeah, it's all about the details as well. Like you guys have seen some of the even down to like the NPCs, based off their culture, is going to determine what they're actually wearing, what they're walking around in. And I'm not sure for those who have not seen this, I'll show this off really quick. Queen just walked out, but I'll show you guys this really quick. So, for instance, this is the Andals. So if we go to the tavern right now, they're going to be wearing more generic Westerosi clothing items, whether it's like a tunic or can I go slow motion in here? I know it's a little bit laggy over there, but yeah, so they're gonna be wearing like regular Westerosi clothing items, whereas if you were to go to the Riverlands, they're gonna be wearing more Riverland based scaly clothing items. So let's go check out over here. Here we go. So still have the tunics, but there's still a little bit more, Riverly vibes, So and that's implemented and going to be implemented for the various other cultures in the mod. So all that stuff's still gonna be the same.
And Marcel, yes, there is a delay between live and YouTube, so I don't know if you've heard this or not, but yes, we are going to have the wall. We're going to have wildlings. We're going to have the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
We are going to focus on the conquest, but if you guys want to ignore the conquest and go north of the wall, you 100% can. You want to become the king beyond the wall and invade, you 100% can.
Yeah.
We are going to add a Valerian creation mod. Noxic isn't here, but Noxic, he's a dev and maester as well. He has created a mod, and we're going to fully integrate it into our mod, and we're going to add some more customization to it, so you can, have red eyes, and actually feel like you can create a character from anywhere in the world of Wester of A Song of Ice and Fire, or sorry, A World of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
So you could be a Summon Islander, but we're not going to be able to go to the Summer Islands, but you will be able to create a character that's from there. You'll be able to create a character from North. And be able to roleplay that. So that's something that's very important, is that we give you the access to play who you want to be and be how you want to be.
Yeah, and this is something that I was gonna show the team or show everybody is so this is essentially what the map will look like when it comes to the just general what it looks like when it comes to like the lords and houses and all that. So House Gardener is still obviously is going to take over where the Reach was. So I'm gonna butcher this for all the lore nerds out there. Durandon.
Yeah, Durandon, Durion.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know jack about them, so that's gonna be fun figuring that out.
They're basically the Baratheons because oh fuck, I forgot his name now. Aegon's supposed half brother, best friend. But anyway, he took over that and married the last daughter of the last Storm Kings.
Okay.
But yeah, he also took the crest and everything. So basically, all he did was just change the name.
And also, Harrenhal is gonna be fucking massive. We all know that already.
Yeah,
it's gonna be huge. So that's gonna be really fun to recreate. And kind of using my imagination there. But yeah, but again, this is another variation of the map that we're kind of looking at. Just all Westeros, but just completely massive. And we'll have the tip of Essos, just so we can still visit Braavos. I've made a lot of scenes already for Braavos and Pentos already, so we still utilize all those scenes. So Yeah, we're not losing a lot. We're just just shifting gears a little bit. Porting different assets over, getting all the scenes regathered together. That's why with the current version of the mod, whenever you open up and you start up Dragonstone, the throne room, and it's supposed to be right there in Aegon's table, but yeah, that's not there. Which I'm also gonna redo as well, just a little bit since it's Aegon's conquest. The throne room's is gonna be a little bit newer, I guess. So we'll have to.
That'd be more extravagant as well.
Yeah. So it should be fun. Yeah, it should be fun playing around with that. But yeah, a lot of the same stuff. Just a lot of playing around with a lot of different ideas. Same thing what we are kind of doing before, but with Aegon's Conquest, which honestly I'm less stressed out about, because I feel like since this has never been done before, there's the expectations and the bar is kind of like we can set it. Which is another reason why I wanted to go this route, because I didn't want to stress out about making sure that everything's 100% perfect, and if something didn't exist or certain lords did not exist, we have to make them up to fill up the world. So yeah, it gives us a little bit of creative freedom there. So
Right.
yeah, that's gonna be fun. Outside of that, things are pretty much just still going.
How we're going to handle the lore aspect. Like I said, for this one, we are going to we're going to fastball or freeball a little bit to where, yes, we are going to be as lore accurate as possible, but we're not going to let that hold us down.
Yeah.
Because Noxic is because Noxic is making he's in charge of creating Aegon and all of that stuff. Aegon and his lords. So he's creating a bunch of Valyrian houses. I'm not sure how many, but there are going to be other Valyrian lords and knights and stuff like that are with him. We've already approved them for that. Because, yeah, they did have other Valyrian blooded people on that island, and there's probably still some living there during Stannis' time, and not just House Valyrian and House Celtigar. So, yeah, they're just not high Valyrian.
Yeah.
But we are we do want that to be an option to where you can create your own Valerian, you can create your own legacy. So that's one of the things that we wanted to do.
That's why Bannerlord's so awesome, because it has that feature in it where you can literally play as your fucking grandkids if you have a long enough game. It's awesome.
And I've talked to King about adding something as a loyalty system for the houses. Like if you want to support Aegon, you can, and over the generations you can gain loyalty. Because I've never personally done it. I've never played, like more than 2 generations in Bannerlord. But
the game starts
if you want to play,
it starts acting like wonky after like 2.5. It's like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah. But if you wanted to go like 5 generations, you 100% could.
Yep.
I personally don't like that. I like conquering everything.
Yeah. Savage.
Like I said, the houses we're going to rename, or the lords we're going to name of the houses and create their own families.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like maybe we'll do a poll to where you can name some people. Obviously, it would be lore related, so no Lord Poopy Butthole. But maybe you can.
Someone will try. Someone.
Of course, they'll try.
There's always one.
But maybe we could make a lord that fits your criteria, and you can play as that person.
And yeah, Marshall, we'll try to go light on the assets as well. Part of the whole, porting everything over. Yeah. Ramsey was 100% right when we were talking about our LODs. So we're definitely still doing that as well. That's a whole a huge part of what's taken a little bit longer, and why I wanted to just give you guys an assets only mod. That way I can work on cleaning up all the other nonsense that's been dumped into that modules folder over the past 3 years. Because it's a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's a hot mess, and it's what is it now? It's up to 30 gigs. It's a 30 gig
something like that.
And half those assets we are not using or utilizing, and you guys can't use anyway. So we just need to clean it up. But yeah, so that's what's so yeah. I haven't forgotten about that.
Yeah. So the primary focus is right now. Now that we've released the armors and all that stuff to show one that we're alive and we're actively developing.
Mm-hmm.
That was priority number one, is to let
Mm-hmm.
you guys know that we are still working on the mod and we will continue to work on the mod.
Mm-hmm.
We do ask that you're a little patient with us because we do want to do this right. And like King says, there is a lot of optimization going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I
the
think
troop trees.
everyone knows. Like everyone knows. Like
Yeah.
family in real life comes first. At least most
Yeah,
people. If
yeah.
they're normal. Anyway. Continue.
And we are going to revamp um, how we handle some of the assets, because like King said, there's a lot of assets in there that are just taking up space that aren't even in the mod, that you can't get, but they're in the folder.
Yeah. Yeah.
As for what's in there, we're not going to change a lot. We are going to revamp the troop trees though,
Yes.
because this is an entirely different time period.
Yeah.
They weren't they weren't unified for 300 years under Aegon. So like one of the things I'm throwing around right now is the Reach's troops will be cheaper, but they'll be a lot less good compared to the other troops. They'll be well balanced,
They'll have to
but they
get
won't.
good. That's right.
Yeah,
They'll have to get
you'll,
good.
you'll have to use strategy and tactics like Randall Tarley to beat Robert Baratheon at the Battle of Two Bells.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, they are, Jasper. That's why I love you guys. Because of people like you, man. That's why I'm back, baby. Because of people like you. Love you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are going to work on optimization for the actual game as well. Because we don't want it to lag your computer as much as it did back in a year ago, back when we were actively launching updates and everything.
A year ago, it was a hot mess, man. Trust me.
Yeah, it's still a hot mess, it's less of a hot mess.
I'm like, it's like trying to learn how to build railroad tracks for a train that's continually to go and change directions. So when we started this, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, So, and also Tail Worlds, they have the game in beta, so it's always constantly changing. So it's been fun, it's fun.
Our next focus, obviously it's the map. Our map is going to take some time. We'll probably release it to a beta first. We were talking about possibly giving beta access to the old Patreon supporters first, giving them first dibs, and then opening a lottery for everyone else. Because we want a lot of people to beta test it. The more people we beta test, the more bugs we'll find, the better the release will be.
Yeah, because my patrons have been loyal as fuck, too. Yeah.
As for the focus of the map, first things first is we're going to make sure that the rivers are actually plotted as rivers, so you can't just walk over a river, that you have to go through a bridge or some type of passage. I would really like to get it to where you have to go through the twins to get to the north, but I don't know if the AI would ever actually do that, because
yeah, we've talked with Block on that one.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
see
like name dropping Block right now. Block's like, yeah, right, motherfucker. Like, no, he's awesome. He's good. He's a good guy. But yeah.
Yes, and of course, Game of Thrones fans are very, very patient. We're still waiting on Winds of Winter, man. Never gonna get that book.
Yeah. Dude, I think we'll get Winds of Winter eventually.
Will we get Dream of Spring? He's not getting any younger.
Oh yeah, there you go. He's pushing the whatchamacallit.
He's not the healthiest.
Isn't he Biden's age? That's saying something.
Fuck, I don't know how old he is. I just know that he's not very healthy, and yeah.
My thing is him forgetting details. Like, oh shit, I forgot that plot line was.
Oh, I don't think that's a problem. Yeah? I don't think that's a problem for George R. No. He's got it all listed out. So our primary focus is going to be on the map, getting it right, getting everything placed correctly.
Yeah.
Will we get it 100% right? No.
No, it's gonna look similar to this. It's gonna be really rustic. You're gonna feel like, oh yeah, I'm in Westeros 100 fucking years ago. That's how you're gonna feel, when you're in the map. which is why I want to start over, because you guys obviously saw, we can, knock out a decent, detailed map with Westeros and Essos. So let's just gut that one and completely start over, and really dive into those details again. And like I said, placing those little houses and settlements and everything, I'll still be able to utilize those certain scenes. Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to pay the phrase every time we cross. Ideally, lore-wise, yes, we
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
I don't know if we get it that way, because if you go cross and then you go, oh shit, I got to go back down there and recruit some more troops, we have to pay it exactly again. Maybe we'll make it where you have to pay like once a day or something like that.
Oh, weapon.
I don't know if we can actually do that, but I would want it to be done that way. Will it get done that way? Can't say. Because then again, we have to think about the NPCs as well. They may not have the money to cross. Or maybe we just make them exempt from it.
They're already exempt from so much BS that the players actually have to pay for. Like looking at the hard code, it's like, what the heck? It's like, what do you mean they have unlimited money? There's a code for unlimited or infinite.
We did talk about Valerian PCs. We are going to revamp what Noxus has and add to it. Fix any bugs, fully integrate it into the mod. Magic and stuff like that. One thing I wanted to talk about, Dothraki and Unsullied.
Yeah.
We're going to have them in the game. Just because you can't go to Astropol to recruit, and because you can't go into the Dothraki Sea, we'll have Dothraki roaming Essos, because that's what they do. They roam, raid, rape, pillage, and all that stuff. So you better recruit them from there. Maybe we'll have some people to where you can talk to them. Maybe a camp or something that moves around the map that you can talk and recruit Dothraki from there. And for Unsullied, we'll put an NPC like how it is in A World of Ice and Fire for Warband, to where you can talk and you can recruit. You don't have to pay them because they're slave soldiers, but you do have to feed them. Settlements, like King was talking about, we are going to try and make it to where you can put settlements. I would kind of want to limit it to one castle and one city.
Yeah.
And all of that. So yeah, we'll have that as a possibility if we can manage to get it to work without breaking the game. Noxic isn't our new coder. Block is still primarily our coder. Noxic is one of our developers. He's also helping me with lore. But yes, he does have his own mod, and he's already given us permission to fully integrate it into the mod and make changes and all that stuff.
And we have the full support of Skyros when it comes to any help that we may need, which is the developers of the Game of Thrones adaptation for Skyrim.
Yes, and that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so Ellie's phenomenal. So give her some love. Tyrell's. But yeah, what else do we have?
I don't know. I guess it's the time to open up to questions. I think most of our viewers are on YouTube that have been asking questions, so it'll probably take some time for them to get caught up due to the delay.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you have. I guess we can go ahead and talk about, are we going to be recruiting for the team? As of now, no.
Yeah, we're going to hold off for just a second.
We do want to, eventually once we get to that point, we may need to recruit more. We'll definitely need to recruit voice actors, because we want this to be a fully voiced mod. That includes an intro, that includes an intro scene. So we'll probably do stilled art, like Aegon sitting over the table.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to commission that, King, because I know George R. R. Martin owns a lot of the art that you can find for Aegon the Conqueror and stuff. So we may have to find an artist to do that, which wouldn't be a problem. Right now, we're not making any new armors. We are wanting to make some Valerian armors. We've got some concept. We've got to jump into that. Oh, that's Ramsey. Hey Ramsey, what's up, man? For that, yes, we are going to make armors specifically for House Targaryen and the Valerians. We've got a bunch of concept that we're looking at. And yes, for this is Trial of the Seven Kingdoms, Chaos. Voice acting, yes, we are going to voice act. And I was talking to King before this. This way, we don't have to worry about getting someone that is Peter Dinklage. Although we did have someone that did a very good Peter Dinklage impression. It was good.
Impersonation. Yeah, he
but
still has. I think I still have like, a lot of those takes.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
scenes that they were talking. With him and Daenerys going back and forth, which is really cool. So that's,
Yeah. But for this one, we're much more free. We don't have we don't have to deal with living up to some really good and talented actors, voices
Jasper,
and everything.
Jasper, you already know, Bubba. You already know what time it is. Of course, you're gonna get the spot, man. You're my Jon Snow. You're my what's his name? Kit Harington, man. You're my Kit, my little Kit.
So any other questions? We are going to make more armors. Like I said, we are cleaning up the optimization of the armors and cleaning up those file folders and all of that. But as of right now, we're not making any new weapons or armors to throw in. That'll come after.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we'll commission them because there are hundreds of I don't know. I guess there's hundreds of different ways we can kind of look at this, but for the most part, it's so generic and basic, and we have so much freedom to move and do whatever. When it comes to the armors, it doesn't have to be specific, so anybody can almost make the armors that we need commissioned.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, we've got concept. Like I do want to go and make Celtigar armor, because House Celtigar is one of my favorite houses, even though they're a little shit stain on Westeros. They're like this itty bitty tiny island that claims to control like so much more territory than their island, but they only control their island. Officially. But they're badasses. They're kind of like Valerian. They're kind of like Valerian Ironborn. They're just ruthless fucks.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Gosh, he's such a hodgepodge mess.
how strong will the dragons be?
Oh, the dragons, man! What do you?
They're going to
300 plus
they're going to
arrows.
be strong. Do you have a chance of killing Balerion? Yes,
Maybe.
100%.
Yeah.
Is it going to be easy? No.
No.
Because you do have to remember,
Oh, Queen, you
a
want to
lucky
jump
shot
and say hi?
killed one of Aegon's wives and a dragon. They
Danny's
shot it
gonna
in the fucking eye and she fell to her death.
Danny's gonna pop in and say hi, so you guys can say hi to the Queen for
Okay.
you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
YouTube, Discord, both live. The little
Who we got in here?
Ramsey's actually here. Say hi to Ramsey.
Hi, Ramsey.
Ramsey's here. Yeah. Akiris is here. Everyone else is sleeping though. Henry's asleep. Knox is awake, but I'm not sure if he's gonna jump online. But yeah.
Okay.
So here's the Queen. There you go. You guys asked where I went. I went to take care of this beautiful thing.
Don't call her a thing.
Oh yeah. This beautiful young lady. All right, where are we at?
Dragons are probably going to be like companions. They're probably going to be more companion-esque.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to talk to them like a companion? You'll be able to feed them and stuff like that, maybe, but they can't actually speak English, so probably not.
Yeah.
Will you be able to interact with them? I would want to.
Yeah.
It depends on if we can do that, if we can customize the code to be able to, interact with them, tame them, pet them, and stuff like that, maybe. But that's all a big maybe.
Yeah. All right, so we are running a little bit over, so we're at 9:04. So with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Wanted to wrap it up and fill you guys in on what was going on, where we're going, where we've been, and let you guys know it's all up from here, man. We're excited. And also, just to let you guys know, I'm also going to, along with obviously developing Aegon's Conquest or the Age of Conquest. I'm also going to be releasing tutorial videos on YouTube that I'm sure a few of you have already seen. And then we're going to kind of go from there. So, yeah, it should be fun. If you guys have, if I'm not sure if, I mean, I've always kind of wanted to know, like, how to do certain things, so it should help a little bit, you know. But, anyway, that's all I got for you guys.
Yeah. Feel free to join the Discord, ask questions there. And like I said, we are revamping a lot of stuff. We did want to talk a little bit about the Discord, but basically nothing is going to change there.
Yeah.
Jump in, say hey, ask your questions there. We'll feel free to answer. And like I said, nothing that we've said here is set in concrete stone. There will be changes, and we'll keep you updated as we go.
Yep. That's it. All right, guys. It's been fun. You guys take care, all right? King out.